All right, we got exciting stuff going on. And I don't know how to do special effects, so we're gonna do it like this. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun. You can't cuss on YouTube. Did you just hear her? She said, "Are you effing serious?" I'm trying to do special effects because I don't know how to do it on iMovie. And she literally just like, "Are you effing serious?" That's not nice. All right. So, if you don't want to be on YouTube, quit laughing. She doesn't like being on YouTube, so if she keeps laughing, she's going to be on YouTube. All right, so we picked this up for my wife. She wanted something a little smaller than my Grizzly. Well, a lot smaller than my Grizzly. She doesn't like how big it is, I guess. And I think it's just the big full fender plastic and stuff. So this is a 2-wheel drive. You see, no diff. We just trail ride. We're not doing anything serious. I've got a 4-wheel drive because I'm going to spray with it because we're getting rid of the Commander. I need something 4-wheel drive. The one property I mainly spray, fence lines and stuff, it's extremely wet. I don't want to get stuck back there with no 4-wheel drive. So I wanted one to at least be 4-wheel drive. But I bought this from a young man in New Florence, Missouri. I think he's going to be watching the video. Hey, what's up? Somebody sold it to him, kind of like the Warrior Project. I haven't gotten back to it yet. Got the cylinder back on it, but I need to get the head back on it. I bought that from a kid that somebody screwed him over for $1,200, so I basically gave his money back to him. And I mean, it's a Blue Warrior. It's kind of something that I wanted. I'll get it fixed up. I may keep it for a little bit and ride it, and then I'll sell it. But anyways, my wife wanted something. She wanted something small, but powerful enough to keep up with everybody. Just, you know, enough speed to kind of run around here. Main thing was she wanted CVT. She didn't want to have to shift. She wanted an automatic. I'm kind of a Yamaha guy. I like Yamahas. I've had Honda. I've had Kawasaki. I always go back to Yamaha. To me, they're kind of the tractor of the ATVs. I might have people say, "Oh no, it's not true." And I feel like they're the heavier, slower, but you know, heavier built ATVs. I've always liked Yamaha. I've had a lot of Warriors, had a couple Raptors. Anyway, so that's when I found this. It was literally 3 hours and 20 minutes away, but I talked to the guy that had it, and it seemed like, you know, it was a nice bike. He told me what was wrong with it. He said, you know, I don't know what this is doing and what this is doing, but this is what's wrong. And, you know, he wasn't mechanical. He's like, I don't know, you know, what to do with it. So we worked out a price, and I drove down and I just rode it to make sure that it rode good and brought it home. We'll probably power wash it, get all the grime and stuff off. I mean, it is what it is. It's an ATV. I don't think, this doesn't look like, and I don't remember, what does it say here? Nope, it's Yamaha. I didn't remember that cover being on the can, but obviously it is. The bike sounds good. We'll start it here in a minute as long as the battery's up. That's one of the problems with it that we're going to diagnose today. It either needs a stator or a rectifier, or it's got wiring problems. If you charge up the battery, you can ride it, you know, and then you park it and it discharges over the night or something like that, because the stator's, you know, the charging system isn't charging. And then you have an issue with it next day, and that's what the kid had. He bought it, called the guy, you know, basically said, "It's your bike," and that was that. So I bought it from him. It was kind of the bike I was looking for. I didn't care if it was a 350 or a 450. I think the 450s were 4-wheel drive. My wife didn't care either way. She just wanted CVT, push button start, and I think she kind of wanted IRS in the back. She didn't get IRS, but she got everything else. So, well, that's the walk around. You see it needs a seat cover. You know how picky I am, so I'm going to order a seat cover for it. Can't get OE on Partzilla. So this is a 2009, And some of the stuff on Partzilla is unavailable because it's discontinued. I think you can still get the back fender on there, which these are in good shape. I mean, they do have some of the whitening on them. The front fenders are actually probably in better shape compared to the back for the whitening, but I don't really, you know, the plastic's all in good shape. I mean, it looks, that probably took a pretty good bend or impact or something at one point in time. I don't know. I'll look and see what the back fenders cost. I think it was 112 bucks or something for the blue. So that's not terribly hateful. So we may go ahead and buy new back fenders, or fender, it's a section. Can't get the seat cover or the seat from Yamaha. It's discontinued, but I'm just gonna get a Quad Boss. They seem like they're the best ones. They have one that looks like it's for the sport seat, which is this, and then the utility seat, which is kind of squared off in the back. Those were on the 4-wheel drives, if I remember right. This is all by memory. Little stuff I'm gonna do. Already have plans on. I'm gonna take the back grab bar. I'm gonna take the front push bar off. I'm gonna take it down to a place and have them sandblast it and powder coat it here in town. I thought about doing like that silver argent color. It kind of looks like metal flake. You know, a lot of the Yamaha stuff had that in the day. Kind of make it look aluminum-ish. I kind of like the black wheels. I don't know. It's whatever she wants to do. I don't think she really cares if we do anything to it. I'm going to get some tires. Tires are okay, but they're probably original. They look like original tires. They're both Maxxis. So if not, it's probably the second set, and they have some age on them. They're not dry cracked real bad, but you can kind of see when the rubber here, it kind of stretches over time. So we'll probably go ahead and put tires on it, but we need to diagnose the charging system. So even the headlights, they're really not yellowed too bad or anything. I mean, it looks like it's been inside most of the time. It doesn't look like it's had a hard life. Wheel bearings are tight. I mean, I just kind of rocked it and shook it down. Wheel bearings aren't as loose as like in my Grizzly, but anyways, and it's got, like I said, it's shaft drive because it's CVT. It's got the Ultramatic transmission, just single speed. It doesn't have high and low because it's not the 4-wheel drive. I think the 4-wheel drive had the high and low, but it's shaft drive, you know, rear hub or rear axle differential setup. So we'll probably drain that and service it. We're going to do an oil change, and I'm sure it's probably going to need a stator. So let me see what the easiest way to get to the rectifier is. And because I don't remember, that's CDI box. I think it's CDI box. It should have a rectifier regulator. It should have 2 plugs on it. I'll follow the wiring. That almost looks like the rectifier, but anyways, we'll follow the wiring and get it pulled out, and then I'll show you guys how to diagnose or how to test your stator. Okay, so that must be crate trigger or something. Okay, so here's our plug. Hopefully you can see that. I'll go to one leg. Don't have a lot. Don't have a lot at all. Switch to AC only instead of auto range. I want to make sure it's not trying to auto range it. Oh, it's trying to auto range. So we got 20 volts. Close, 18 volts. It was 19 and 18. 19. I would say since all 3 of them are relatively the same there, I would think that we have a rectifier regulator problem. Let me plug this back in and we're going to check the charging system. I didn't charge it. I didn't check it to verify. Hang on. Alright, so let's verify that we don't have a charging system problem. You got to push foot on the brake to start it. DC. We're not charging. Because it had 12.2 volts. Hang on, let me move you guys to there. Watch our voltage. Our voltage should be over 12 volts. We're not replenishing the voltage that we're using. I need to adjust the idle too. Seems like the idle's a little high. He's been running it with the choke on a little bit. I don't think it's a carburetor issue. I think it's a idle screw mixture. We need to run the idle up. I think it's trying to idle too low and you have to choke it to compensate. Well, at this point, I would like to condemn. Is that us right there? No, that looks like a CDI box. I don't know. I don't remember where stuff is. I've worked on these before for friends in the past. I followed the wiring. Actually, I need to see where it splits because you can follow your wiring and find out where your rectifier is. It should be a rectifier regulator. I mean, the bad thing is that looks like a rectifier, but well, maybe it's a smaller rectifier regulator version. I don't know. I'm gonna unplug my 3 wires again from my stator, and we'll check and see if we have continuity to any of those wires in that, because that might be my rectifier regulator. Usually it's got 2 plugs. This one's just got a single plug. Normally it's got a gray and a black, but that has a lot of wires going to that, and that looks like a rectifier. So let me see if I can trace some wires and go from there. But like I said, that's probably our culprit. Let me keep checking. I'll let you know what I find out. All right, well, we're gonna see together if my diagnosis was correct or not. And I ordered a rectifier, and this is what I got. That's what I thought that was. I'm used to the newer bikes, or I guess newer and bigger bikes. They, is there a clip in there? I don't want to break this connector. All right, let's just unbolt it first. I can't tell if that's got a locking tab or not. I don't want to break it. Looks like a 10 mil in there. Trying to get you guys a shot, as always. It's a 10 mil, and we're missing a bolt, but I just so happen to have ordered a bunch of the bolts. So hopefully that's one of the bolts that I ordered. And it doesn't look like there's a broken bolt in there, which that's what I was concerned with. I figured that somebody broke a bolt off in there or something. Most times they strip, and that may be what's up. It may be stripped. All right, let's move into here so we can work on this. Maybe if you guys can see it. Can you see? Sure you can, kinda. Let's move the camera up a little bit. All right. Let's see, no locking tab. Probably just seriously gunked up, because that's not pivoting. Probably just got stuff in it. All right, I'm gonna get a pick. I got all kinds of choices of stuff to try. No, you won't. So let's do that. Be careful, it's just plastic. You don't want to break the terminal. Got a little wiggle. Not enough. Let's keep going. Sure, it's got crud in it. It's not in a great spot back here. There we go. Oh yeah, full of dirt and corrosion. So let's clean that up. Looks like a factory stator. Same color. I believe that's the same part number on it. Just use some electrical cleaner. Any kind of electrical cleaner. This is just, it's not my favorite brand or anything, it's just what I have on the shelf. It doesn't hurt plastic, so it shouldn't hurt any of your plastics if it drips down on it or anything like that. That looks pretty good already. Douse it again. And then do yourself a favor, dielectric grease. Anytime you have anything on an ATV, just go ahead and put dielectric grease in it. I don't know why they didn't even ship this with dielectric grease already in it. Just put a bunch of dielectric grease in it. Obviously this is the new one because it's new looking. Pretty sure, yes, the other one's dirty as sin. Let's see if this will clip in. Yep, it clipped in. I don't know if this needs to be grounded or not to the machine, so I'm not going to start it until we remount it on. So let's move you guys back around. So there, and get you pointed somewhere in the vicinity, right? There you go. Alright, where's the stator at? Somebody really wants to talk to me. My phone has been going off. Somebody has just flat texted me over and over and over again. It is crazy. Hopefully it's not the same person. But generally it is, because I have crazy people call me and text. Alright. Get that started. Let's go look for another bolt. I guess I should have looked to see. It looks like I have threads. Let me see if I have another bolt in this mass quantity of stuff that I got. I think this is the bolt. I think this is it. These went that far. Maybe the threads are messed up in there. Alright, let's investigate. I don't know, let's just try it again. It seems like it's going. Probably just has crud in it. It's incredibly hard to get in there. Hang on. I have an extension. Alright, I feel better about that. Okay, we'll go up here. Got the seat off already. Foot on the pedal in neutral. Got it choked. We have parking brake. We have a voltmeter. We have test leads. See if I can do this one-handed. 12.3. Well, I can tell you, I only had 11.5 volt or 11.9 volts in the previous test, and even though it went down to 12.02 just now. Voltage is going down. I was gonna say, I don't think it's gonna gain voltage with me riding it and sitting outside, but I don't think we fixed it. I don't think we fixed it. Alright, well, we just fixed the Wolverine. So, here she is charging. Hang on, let me get to turn this back on. Well, it's cold. I'm going to choke up. Let it warmed up. Now we're making 13.6 volts. Put the covers back on. I was checking everything and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So I was checking my wiring, you know, checking wiring from the rectifier up to the fuse, because it comes up to that the starter relay, and it's got a main fuse in it and all that. Well, then what I did here, let's kill it. So then what I did while I was checking it, here's your rectifier. Let me get it unplugged here. So this red wire goes up here. The black wire's ground. Well, when I was checking it, I just so happened to take my terminal and I was going to check the pins in here. I checked it with this terminal and I kind of pushed it in and it slid right in. It wouldn't slide into the ground. Well, I hadn't taken the connector apart yet, but that's what needed to be done. So that red terminal in there, somebody had probed it so many times and messing with it, so this bike might have needed a rectifier. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about putting the old one back on it. I'm fine with spending, I think it was 140 bucks for a new rectifier, but that pin wasn't making contact with the rectifier, so it wasn't sending power up to the battery to charge it. So I am super happy. Bike is fixed. We've serviced the rear diff. We adjusted the parking brake and whatnot. We changed the oil in it, so it's good to go. I am probably going to put a new plug in it just because. And I still need to play with the idle, but I'm waiting for it to warm up just a little bit more. But all I need to do is I need to order Mama a seat cover, because her seat cover is all ripped up and all that. It's got some duct tape on it. So now that I fixed the bike and I know it doesn't need anything major, I'm going to go ahead and order a seat cover for it. And then for some reason I might go look at this one that's here in town. There's a 450 four-wheel drive in town. I don't really think that I need 3 four-wheelers, actually 4 four-wheelers, because I still have a Warrior in the garage, in the shop, that I need to put back together. But I found another one of these in 4-wheel drive version that I don't know, the guy, he said it's locked up or something. I don't know. I was gonna go look at it because it's close. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll go mess with it, but anyways, I did get my first mark on my 4-wheeler bumper, so now I don't have to worry about messing it up. I forgot I parked that one back here, and I backed the Wolverine right into it and hit my nice brand new bumper. Granted, I don't have my new fenders on it yet, and I tweaked up this little piece back behind there that bolts to that. But anyway, so at least I don't have to worry about scratching it up and banging it up. I already took care of that. So haven't even had it on a trail yet and tearing it up. But Anyways, and that's why you don't pull a four-wheeler out standing up on it without a seat on it. Just go ahead and put the seat back on it, and it wouldn't have happened if I would have had the seat on it, because I was standing up, foot slipped off the brake. I turned around and looked at it about the time that I hit it. That was fun. But anyways, charging system fixed. Adjusted the brakes and did the rear diff. I'm gonna do a plug and that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.